Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today I'm checking out the now available I Expect You to Die 2, The Spy and the Liar. Now we're only going to play through the first chapter, but what I'm intending to do, hopefully, if everything works out, is actually play through the game and have it all available one chapter at a time as a sort of walkthrough. So if you get stuck somewhere along the way, you can go back to watch me potentially struggle and die a lot. But the goal is to actually play through and not make a bunch of mistakes so that you can actually use this as a walkthrough. I have played bits of this game. I had early access thanks to Shell Games and Oculus. So I'm pretty well versed, at least with these early levels. This first one that we're going to be playing through today, I've played and I can get through it in about 7 or 8 minutes once I get to the actual level. But there's a lot of content beforehand, so let's go ahead and jump in.
Agent, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
No, don't worry, the briefcase is safe. Do you remember what happened? Your memory might be a bit patchy from the attack. Well, take all the time you need. You're back at headquarters and you're perfectly safe. You'll find a tape on the desk in front of you. Load the tape into the projector console on your right.
I'm going to load the cupcake into my face. Cupcakes. And then I'm going to brush my teeth because wants to stick it in my mouth instead of brushing, but clean teeth, very important. I wonder if I can turn the water on. I think I can. Let's see.
The tape, Agent. Into the projector.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
We'll get to the tape whenever I'm ready. I'm not ready yet. So I've got a hat on. That's a nice hat. In here is a bomb. I'm just going to pull out the 3 bombs that I need to dispose of. So we've got one there. We've got one there. I'll take the hat off. And we've got one here. So we're going to need these in a few minutes. There's also a couple of handy-dandy things here. So this just tells you how to use your fine motor skills.
Whenever you're ready.
I feel like this here is something too. Like, see how the wall's kind of patched? Almost like there might have been bullet holes or something there. And how there's kind of a hole in the middle here, like there might be a camera or something there. I just suspect that something is not on the up and up. Or maybe it's this poster here. Use every tool at your disposal. Or this could also be like one of those false mirrors. I'm just really paranoid for whatever reason. Let's take a look at this.
Agent. Into the projector.
S. Cowpel is the senior surgeon. He was the agent surgery oversight. This one here goes to Beatrice Neville for the contribution to the EOD, again, Enhanced Operatives Division, utilizing spatialized audio for disarming and disabling both enemy and rogue agents in the field. That's pretty cool. How about this one over here? Captain S. Kang for excellence in desk cleanliness and organization.
The tape, Agent.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Into the projector.
Eugene Floyd has completed the 3-week doctorate course on telekinesis theory. Obviously, that's useful. Whoops. My happy retirement toy is a lot more dangerous looking than I thought. It's got a pound of net TNT from the Corps of Engineers USA. With a nice Xeraxis logo right there. Actually, let's look at all these bombs. This one just looks like your standard. Well, this looks like a thermal detonator from Star Wars. And this is your basic Xeraxis TNT right here. Kind of like the Acme label from Looney Tunes. Let's see, what's this one? Jamie Myers has completed a course of study in mental health and psychiatric rehabilitation. Well, that's great. What about these? Can I pull these? Nope. Optimal implant comfort. Your decisions affect millions. My decision to not play the tape is affecting millions right now because everyone's like, get on with it. The new Citizen's Arrest. All-in-one temporary laser detention unit with improved heat sinks, which means no more overheating, integrated signal jamming, no calling for backup. You can harness deadly lasers to make your valuables remain your valuables. And then there's some adhesive tape. And there's a bunch of bandages for whatever reason. Now, one thing I did notice I'm going to call this out right now, is this drawer does not open for whatever reason. I've got an eye chart over there. I think that about does it for the pre-operatives examination of this room. There's, again, some more stuff in here,
Into the projector.
but nothing that's
Whenever you're
really
ready.
critical. There's some more bandages over there as well. Let's go ahead and open this up also while we're at it. We're going to need that in a minute, trust me.
Now, I imagine you might recognize that bomb disposal device in front of you
That one right in
from
front.
your time as a cadet. In fact, given the wear and tear, it might be the same one. Well, I'm sure it still works. Now, let's see. How do I... Ah, yes, there it goes. Oh, just a bit further. Right, disarm this bomb, if you would. Wonderful!
That bomb was
Yes.
very easy to disarm.
Next, the machine should dispense a grenade for you. Ah, there it is. Let's use it. Yes, exactly. Why don't you pick it up and bring it closer? Now, try using your telekinesis to... You've got it. Good, your telekinesis is still working. I hear that when those things malfunction, it's usually very messy. Now to dispose of that grenade. Ah, good. Shut the... Yes, exactly. Good. Good. For your final test, you will need to dispose of 3 more explosives hidden around the examination room. Good. I'll give you a list, so you know what you're looking for. I suggest you hover the clipboard nearby, so you can refer to it as you
I don't think
conduct
we need a
your search.
clipboard. But as you can see, the clipboard does indeed say gas bomb, time bomb, improvised explosives, how to operate it. We've done all that.
Good work, Agent. You have passed all of the tests with flying colors. I've got just about everything I need. Don't worry, Agent. I've got everything under control.
And now for one of the best opening sequences of a game. This one is performed by Puddle's Pity Party. And just like the original I Expect You to Die, these credits are awesome.
From the spotlight, I can see you. Play your cards right, kill your stage fright. This could be you. If all the world's a stage, let's set it on fire. So you'll be the spy and I'll be the liar. From the background, you can hear me. Highest billing makes a killing. They revere me. That beautiful mask you wear is all I desire. So you be the spy and I'll be the liar. Face to face again. And through the camera lens we ascend. You're a minor part, I'm the major star. Ha! The credits are more than just the end. 'Cause the truth is, I despise you. I will tear apart all these works of art that disguise you. I'm making the final cut, it's down to the wire. So you'll be the spy and I'll be the liar. And I'll be the liar. And I'll be the liar. And I'll be the liar.
Right into the spy van. So that mask at the end there, we're about to see again.
This van isn't as luxurious as your old office, but we can't let Zoraxis know you survived your last mission. You've got a knack for putting a wrench in Dr. Zor's plans, so Zoraxis employees may not react kindly if they recognize you. On the bright side, now you've got a mini-fridge. As usual, Zoraxis Corporation is up to something vile and nefarious, but we haven't been able to figure out what. The Prime Minister is certainly making himself a target. Keep an ear to the radio agent. You never know what they might let slip. Now, your briefing
says
materials should be arriving any second.
WZORFM.
Blasted courier. Ha! Speak of the devil. Take the cartridge from the tray on your right and load it gently into the cartridge viewer in front of you.
Confirm his stance on the new initiative by Zoraxis Defense, the Prime Minister of the Mediterranean Commonwealth has this to say.
I'll say it again. I don't trust Zoraxis. If
That's the
they
Prime
want
Minister
to
right there.
operate Here, they'll have to get through me first.
Legs! They can really take you places. But how far is too far? All the aches and the pains. You need a pair of Z-pads. The new electric massage pads developed by our friends at Zoraxis R&D. 64 specially designed vibrating discs are
This is a souvenir.
invigorating garments. Your pants relax the wearer's hips and thighs, providing relief where other electric massage pads don't. Always remain seated during use. Feel sort of more with the help of Zorax. Order yours, Zoraxis Smarty Pants today. Welcome to another installment of Zoraxis Presents. Today's guest needs no introduction. We've all seen him on the big screen and the red carpet. He's the best in the business, and many fellow A-listers agree. With him in your movie, you'll forget it's all just a performance. Please help me welcome Mr. John Juniper.
John Juniper.
Thank you.
Right here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, the pleasure is ours, Mr. Juniper. Now, let's start with the thing everyone's so curious about. The mask technique. Can you tell us how it works?
Oh, yes. Everyone always wants to know about the masks. Well, in order to do my best work, I need to become the character. I need to submerge myself completely. So, whenever I get a new part, I commission a new mask. I'm very particular about them. Each mask needs to capture the essence of the character. Then, I'll take a few weeks to prepare for the role. During that time, I don't take off the mask. Then, on day one of the shoot, I remove my mask, and I emerge as the character.
So, a bit like method acting then.
No, absolutely not.
I see. Do you have a favorite mask?
Oh, no, I could never pick. Although, for my latest project, I've been working with a new designer. And she can be, well, we don't always see eye to eye, but I've got to admit, the masks she's making for me are on a whole different level.
What a marvelous way to put it. Now, your family wasn't in show business, were they?
Show business? Oh, no, not since the accident. Kidding. No, they're very happy living their simple little lives out of the spotlight. I assume we don't really talk.
So, you wouldn't say that acting's in your blood, then?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. It was mostly natural talent that got me to where I am today. It's like my first agent used to say, it takes a special kind of person to become an actor. Most people just don't have what it takes.
Of course. Would you say your enormous success in the entertainment industry is important to you?
Well, of course. Success is everything. It's the only thing that makes a person worth something. Anyone that tells you otherwise is lying to themselves. If anything, smaller successes don't feel like enough anymore. When you've done as much for the industry as I have, that spark, that thrill gets harder and harder to find. You've got to find a way to go big.
So then, what would you say to your critics? those who say that you reached your peak, do you feel that your best performance is still ahead of you?
Is that what they're saying? Well then, to the critics. You haven't seen anything yet.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Juniper. When we return, we've got something special for you folks at home. We'll be listening to John Juniper as the title character in the thrilling radio dramatization of Rex Mason, Super Spy. But first, a word from our sponsors.
So, John Juniper sounds like a really maybe not so nice guy. Let's find out more about him. First off, we're going to be going, it looks like, to the Mask of the Red Death. We've got a backstage pass. As we had in this photo here, it was like John Juniper is playing Prince Prospero, protect at all costs. And we've got another cassette here, Operation Stage Fright. So this first level is called, well, Operation Stage Fright.
Now, our intel indicates the Prime Minister is attending an event in Manhattan tonight. My instincts say Zoraxis will try something there, and my instincts are only wrong about half the time. Oh, and the event is hosted by Hollywood actor John Juniper. Oh, I'm such a fan. His performance in Marigolds Are Forever was so... excuse me. Let's get you undercover so we can figure out what Zoraxis is up to. Marigolds are forever.
So we will now click on this electrostatic sensitive device start button and launch into 4 days ago now, Operation Stage Fright. So these are the original stage directions here, so we need to set the stage.
My instincts were right. This place is crawling with Zoraxis operatives. Now, you're all sent up backstage. Maintain your cover as a stagehand until you can find and disable the threat. I managed to snag a ticket to the show, so I'll keep an eye on the Prime Minister. You know, for a man who could launch 50 nukes with the push of a button, he's much more grandfatherly than I expected. Well, find out what Zoraxis is up to.
So we've got, the clock is set to R100 G0 B0. The next thing we're going to do is pull this lever down. If you have more space than I do, you can obviously do this by hand as well. We're also going to pull this one up. As you can see, that's the light rig there. And then we have a third one, which is locked right now. In case of fire, it says, evacuate the theater. We've got a John Juniper as himself. The story of John Juniper in 3 acts, hiding behind myself. Interesting. And then we've got the Mask of the Red Death. Always Time to Die. And I can't read what that third one over there is. Looks like we've got a little Academy Award here. Put that back up there. Keep it out of the way for right now. We've got some donuts. Seem to be donuts. Let's make this a show to remember, people. Created for John Juniper by Zoraxis Printing Incorporated. John Juniper and his connection to Zoraxis is a little disturbing to me, but let's see what this does here. It says 1967 Hamlet, the Phantom was here. I do see a little fire symbol, 2112. Flammable, keep away, right? There we go. Some butane fuel. We do also have this very fine hat. In the bottom drawer here, we've got a fancy timepiece. Some very cool spectacles. Oh, what's this? A electric fogger. Shows how to use only approved coolant products. And then caution. Stick that to our face. Take all these, we don't need those. We are going to need this, though, potentially. And then in here, there are some darts, but they're kind of soft-tipped. Another clipboard here that has a cue sheet. It says, "Come the hour is late, the great clock tower, great clock down the hall." And then there's a clock gong. And then come in, winter winds blow them wide, which is the wind. So those are more stage directions. I don't know if I need those or not. And then it says, "Don't mess with the mask." And then there's a key here. I do recall we did need that key. So we're going to go ahead and pull that down. Let's see, what are we missing? So we don't have red on yet. We can also put this on for stage directions.
Attention stage crew, today's the big day. If anything goes wrong with my play, well, remember what happened to that sound designer.
Ooh.
Oh, we're almost ready to go. Keep an eye on your cue light. I'll turn it on when we're ready for curtain up. Stage is set. Raise the curtain. Ready for Juniper's spotlight.
And there's John Juniper right
John
down there.
Juniper in the flesh. Oh, Agent, well, I'm sure you can handle things from here.
Good evening, everyone. Now, I know what you're thinking. John, these tickets cost more than my yacht. This better be good. I also want to take the opportunity to make a special announcement. I've got something new in production. Can't say too much yet, but I can safely say that you've never seen anything like it. For tonight, though, let's move on to the main event.
I'm lowering the mask. Stage 2 team, get to your positions. Gas masks on.
I do not like the look of that mask, Agent.
Welcome, honored guests. But fear not, this castle is solid.
That's not
These strong walls and welded
Someone's
gates will
tampered with the
steal
mask.
us away
We're
from
moving
the
up the time.
This is not part of the show. Everybody run!
Mask! Zoraxis employees, change of plan. Find whoever did this. I want them dead.
I knew that voice was familiar. Agent, she's a Zoraxis
So there's
operative, known as the Fabricator.
An agent up
That
there, or an
is
assassin
not
up
enough
there,
of a threat.
an assassin over
Stay
there,
alive until
an
I can
assassin
give you
down
that
there, an
duty.
assassin coming over here.
Got a lock on the agent! Lock the exit!
I'm on it. Covering your left.
And that solves all 4 agents. That was the wind sound
I think
effect
that's
there.
the last of them. I lost sight of the Prime Minister in the chaos, but I think he made it out. No sign of the Fabricator either. Well, let's debrief back at the van.
So 7 minutes and 37 seconds for that.
Well
did it. The Prime Minister's safe, and I hope John Juniper got out too. Although, well, something feels off. That stage manager, the fabricator, well, she's a nasty piece of work, but she doesn't usually take center stage in Zorax's plans. Very strange.
So it says here, clear time was 7 minutes and 37 seconds. The speed run is 1 minute and 30 seconds. There's no way I'd get that, probably. Patience is a virtue. If you listen to the entire script, instead of what I did is I interfered with the mask too quickly, then you'll get that patience is a virtue if you follow all of the stage commands and still complete everything. Hidden trophy we found. Master of Disguise by putting on that whole costume. We did do the curtain call, and lights, camera, assassins. We did not return fire on an assassin. In order to do that, you have to use the shield and get one of their poison darts and then load that into the crossbow and shoot it back at them. That's essentially it for that first mission, but I think it's time to celebrate. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at these. Eugene Floyd again. Captain Kang again. Jamie Myers again. Beatrice Neville again. And of course, S. Calpel again. So the same accreditations here. We've got a nice bottle of Wayland Futani, naturally fermented champagne. That looks luxurious. And then we've got, of course, the goblet here to drink that. And then what do we have under the silver platter? Ooh, a nice patriotic American cupcake. Red, white, and blue. Good stuff. Let's uncork this. It's time to celebrate. I was kind of parched after that anyway. But what a good mission. Things worked out well. I feel pretty good about our success. Oh, wow. Only 3 glasses. Less than I expected, but... Go ahead and put that away. I guess we'll put that away as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This was a look at the first level, Operation Stage Fright, of I Expect You to Die. I will be back with more I Expect You to Die in the weeks ahead. Tomorrow, I'm hoping to have episode 2, the second level. Then on Friday, we'll have the 3rd level, again, if all works out, and then next week, throughout the week, we'll continue the game. My goal, again, is to try to do kind of a walkthrough, so I'm only going to touch on the parts that are relevant, that you need to succeed, but I'm also going to dwell on things like this American flag here. How cool that might be if we put it on top of the glass base here. I'll be back with more content very soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.